Hi guys, on the review today I have Canon 90D, the latest DSLR from Canon. This model replaces 80D. It has several new features. For example, a new sensor, brand new APS-C size, but with 32 megapixels, what is at this point highest megapixel count on the market. It also shoots 4K video, but this time it doesn't have crop in 4K video. It records it from full white of the sensor. Also, this camera has a joystick on the back. Previous 80D didn't have it. On paper, all of this doesn't sound like much, but once I started to use this camera in real life, I noticed there are really big differences compared to EOS 80D. For example, sensor is the best APS-C that Canon ever made. It has very high pixel count, it has excellent dynamic range, better than any Canon so far, and also very good high ISO capabilities. You can see some noise in images, but in my opinion it is perfectly usable at ISO 3200, 6400, maybe even 12800. This camera sits relatively high in Canon lineup. This is a model for enthusiasts, advanced users, even professional users.
I personally use 5D Mark IV and 6D Mark II, so I'm pretty happy to see that you have a joystick here that is available on 5D Mark IV but not on 6D Mark II. It's pretty easy to navigate all the functions with that joystick.
Ergonomics is excellent on this camera, but we expected this from Canon. It is a relatively big body, but not too big. It is not as big as, for example, 5D Mark IV. It has excellent grip, deep enough for my hand. I have average sized hand. All the controls, which are numerous, are easy to reach, and you can customize many of them. On the back you can see 3 inches LCD screen, which is fully articulated, great stuff for shooting video logs. It has touch function, which works on all camera functions. You can use it in main menu, in quick menu, to change focus points, pretty much for everything. Micro USB, HDMI output, microphone input, headphones output, and wired remote control connector. One thing is missing, and that is USB charging. USB connector, which is USB 2.0, can be used only to transfer images and videos to PC. You cannot charge the battery inside the camera. When talking about battery, this camera uses LP-E6N battery. This is the same battery as used in many Canon models. 5D Mark IV has it, 6D Mark II, 7D Mark II, a lot of them. This battery is strong enough for around 500 shots when used in live view using LCD, or around 1000 shots, maybe even more when using only optical viewfinder. As far as video recording is concerned, Canon has done a really good job with 90D. Completely first Canon with 4K video without crop in 4K. This means when you take a still image and take 4K video, the image and video will have equal field of view. As far as video quality goes, it has Canon trademark excellent colors. It is quite detailed, and what I like to point out is focusing system on 90D. It uses dual pixel, which is excellent. It is really fast, really accurate. It can recognize people's faces, and it really does a good job at it. So this camera is, in my opinion, regarding video, pretty much turn it on and start shooting. It requires as little as possible adjustments to get excellent results straight from the camera. So to conclude things, Canon has done an excellent job with 90D. It is, in my opinion, definitely much better than 80D. It has better video, better image quality, better high ISO, and everything that was good on previous models stayed that way on this one. I can recommend this camera primarily for advanced users, but also if you are a complete amateur, if you are a beginner, it will actually make sense to buy it instead of some entry-level model. This camera will allow you to progress with your photography, with your video recording, and you will learn much more than you would with more affordable entry-level camera.
It's pretty comparable to 80D and 6D Mark II, but it has 4K video, a bit better ergonomics. So if this is your second camera, if you had 7500D before or some other beginner's entry-level camera, this is a good way to upgrade. You have the same battery system as on all the other cameras, so I'm looking forward to using more of this camera. And I hope Canon will release 6D Mark III that will have 4K just like this one.
So that's pretty much everything for this review. Subscribe to our channel and thanks for watching.